Hello, 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 everyone. Hey, family, welcome on in. We are here. It is Feel Good Friday. I want to welcome y'all back to the cave within. Yes, 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 y'all. This is the cave within. And the cave within is definitely,
Awesome!
it is awesome indeed because this is your host, Clifton Pope of HFWB. And this is your ambient sanctuary for all things poetry, meditation, and stillness. The PMS effect, y'all. Welcome back. Welcome back. Tonight is our Feel Good Friday Night Lights stream. Oh my goodness. But as always, for those who are tuning in to the Cave Within stream for the very first time, of course, my name is Clifton Pope of Health Fitness Wealth Business Incorporated. And this is your ambient sanctuary for all things poetry, meditation, and stillness. And this stream is for unwinding and returning to yourself through a balanced fusion of poetry, meditation, guided breath, ambient soundscape, like the soundscape you hear right now in the background currently at the moment, and the frequency based immersion. And as always, this is for the restless souls, this is for the night healers, and this is for the deep healers. And for those who are listening to this stream for the first time, this is a live digital sanctuary that I myself created and came up with for people who want to unwind at night. They want to study or focus, they want to sleep, reflect, pray, meditate, or just come back to their center or do a combination of all the things that I just mentioned. So if your week has been long, if your mind has been loud, if your spirit has been carrying too much, you are in the right room. And tonight's theme is dark to light, caves, the crowns, Exodus way, the way out, the way through, and the way in. I figured that would be a great title and theme for this Friday night light stream within the cave within for tonight. Better late than never. Y'all know what to do. Y'all hit that subscribe button at Mr. Did Not Give Up 44. That's kicks.com/ at Mr. Did Not Give Up 44. Y'all be sure to hit that subscribe button. And as always, for those who are in the chat, be sure to let me know how y'all are feeling in the chat as well, as I truly would appreciate that too. On top of that, because that is what it is truly all about. So, before we dive into all the stuff for to this today on this Friday night light stream, The Cave Within, I figured, like always, for those who are listening to the Cave Within for the very first time and everything, basically we always like to start off with a nice little guided breathing, right? And the emphasis on breathing is important to me because for those who follow me on social media, they know that I always talk about how breath is the superhero of self care. And as a matter of fact, for those who don't know, I am also a podcaster and I am the host of the HFWB podcast series. Be sure to hit that subscribe button on Apple and Spotify podcasts and on Rumble as well. That way you don't miss any episodes that are coming out for sure. So with me talking about breath, for me, breath work is always going to be the superhero of self care. And I've made a three-part series on my podcast talking about that in particular. So I always like to start off every live stream focusing on the emphasis of guided deep breathing because I always like to go with the breathing method by the 3-3-3 method, I like to call it. A 3 second inhale through your nose, a 3 second hold of your breath, and then a 3 second exhale, either through your nose or through your mouth, whichever is more comfortable for you. So I figured we start off this stream by doing our 3 deep breaths together. As a matter of fact, we'll go ahead and do this first. If you're laying down, place one hand on your heart, another hand on your belly button. And if you're sitting down, make sure you're sitting down in a nice upright seated position to where your back is nice and straight and there's no hump back, of course. We're going to inhale through our nose. And as you inhale through your nose, I want you to allow your belly button to expand. That way, we can open up our diaphragm, activate our pelvic floor and our transverse abdominis as we inhale together. Let the belly button expand as you hold your breath for 3 seconds and then exhale through your nose or mouth for 3 to 5 seconds. We'll do this 2 more times together and we'll inhale through our nose. Let the belly button expand as you hold your breath and then exhale. Let the belly button sit back right into your stomach. And we'll do that 1 more time together because I'm a firm believer of third time's the charm. Again, as we inhale through our nose, let the belly button expand as you hold your breath and exhale through your nose or mouth and let the belly button sink right back in to its regular place. So, as our jaw is a little bit more relaxed, we softened our hands within our breathing and the shoulders have been dropped like always. And this is a friendly reminder for those who are watching this stream for the first time. You don't have to prove anything here, you don't have to rush here, and you don't have to perform here. You can just arrive. You could just arrive, that's for sure. And as a friendly reminder, if this space helps you breathe easier tonight, be sure to hit that subscribe button to kicks.com/at Mr. Did Not Give Up 44. And that is for my latest book, The Man Who Didn't Give Up. Be sure to get your copy of The Man Who Didn't Give Up on Amazon, an ebook, paperback, and art copy. And it's also it would also be very, very appreciative if you, of course, leave your tips. That way we can keep it alive as well. So one more time, y'all, hit that subscribe button at Mr. Did Not Give Up 44. That's kicks.com/at Mr. Did Not Give Up 44. Subscribe to this channel, subscribe to the stream, this digital sanctuary, and at the same time, be sure to leave a tip as well. That way we can help keep it alive. And also at the same time, your support helps me keep creating these soundscapes, these readings, these guided nights. We're 5 days in with getting the cave within going as we're wrapping up our launch week. And believe me when I say there's only going to be more things to come. Like I said, your support is where it all starts. I don't the cave within this live digital sanctuary, it's not possible if it wasn't for you, the people. So please be sure to subscribe one more time. Kicks.com at Mr. Did Not Give Up 44. And be sure to, of course, leave a tip as well. And as always, for those who are watching this stream live, be sure to leave your comments within the chat below. Let me know what you think. And that way we can continue to grow this community together day by day, step by step, without a doubt. Because again, your support helps me creating these soundscapes, these readings, and these guided nights. And believe me, there will be more ambient sounds coming, there will be more readings coming, and there will be more guided nights coming. And speaking of our ambient soundscape for tonight, we are tuned into some nice spring night vibes. I want you to kind of picture yourself relaxing out in the nature with the crickets chirping and the wind blowing in a calm fashion enough to where you are in a different world of peace. As we are grounding ourselves into our theme for tonight, and before we step into the poetry, like we do all the time, for those who are watching this stream for the first time, we ground ourselves. So if it feels good, like always, close your eyes or soften your gaze. We're going to take one more inhale through your nose As you inhale, let that breath into your chest, holding your breath, and then take a nice slow exhale through your nose or mouth. Now, we're going to take one more deeper breath. Again, place your hand on your heart, your hand on your other hand on your belly button, like you did a moment ago. Take one nice deep inhale through your nose. Let the belly button expand as you hold your breath, and then exhale. Once you complete that exhale, quietly tell yourself, I am here. I can slow down, and this moment is enough. So take one more breath. Let the belly button expand as you hold your breath, and then exhale through your nose or mouth. And again, just let yourself know, I am here. I can soften, and this moment is enough. So tonight is about the journey from cave to crown. And why I wanted to focus on this in particular is because within the church that I go to called Redemptive Truth Cognate, which stands for the Church of God in Christ, my favorite pastor, who is also one of my clients that I train on a weekly basis, she held a conference, right, at the church, and it was called From Caves to Crowns. And basically, when we think of caves to crowns, kind of look at it like this: from the dark to the light, from the night to the day, from the unconsciousness to the consciousness. Either way you slice it, you can't have one without the other. You can't have the light without the dark. You can't have the day without the night, and vice versa. You can't have the unconsciousness without the consciousness, because it's the law of polarity. It's two sides of the same coin, and you can't have one without the other. It's the dance of duality, to where all contrast brings to clarity. So the cave is the hidden place. It's the heavy place. It's the uncertain place, right? The place where life gets quiet enough for truth to start speaking. And the crown is not always fame or victory. Sometimes the crown is peace, or sometimes it's clarity. Sometimes it is the strength to survive what should have broken you, to be honest, and the Exodus way. And where I got the Exodus way from, again, going back to Bible studies and everything, if you really read the whole entire Bible, as far as drawing the parallel to the from the Old Testament and in the New Testament, and I tell people this all the time, there's a nice parallel that's drawn between Moses, Jesus Christ, Yeshua, same person, because two things they have one thing in common, and that is the Exodus way. They find a way out of the oppressions, they find a way through the wilderness, and they find a way into the promised land, that holy nature, right? So the Exodus way simply reminds us that there is a way out, there is a way through, and there is a way in. And tonight we're going to honor all three. We're going to get to that, I promise. So with that being said, we're going to kick things off like always with our first poem and kind of set the tone for this feel good poetry, without a doubt, on this feel good Friday night light stream edition, day number 5 of The Cave Within, your live ambient sanctuary for all things poetry, meditation, and stillness. Got a little bit of stillness established with the breath work and the grounding, right? Now we're going to mix in a little bit of poetry so we could turn up this balanced fusion, because that's how we do it in the cave within. So here's the first poem that I have prepared for you for tonight, and it is called The Cave. So there are nights when the soul does not need a stage, it needs a cave. A place where the noise cannot follow at full volume, a place where the lights are low enough for truth to stop flinching. A cave is not always punishment. Sometimes it is protection. Sometimes it is where the spirit finally hears itself breathe. Sometimes the dark is it's not the end of the story. It is the room where your eyes learn how to recognize another kind of light. And if you have found yourself there in the hidden place, the quiet place, the in between place. Do not mistake it for abandonment. Some journeys begin where applause cannot go. I'm going to read that again so it could really sink in before we take a quick little mini pause, right? The cave. There are nights where the soul does not need a stage, it needs a cave, a place where the noise cannot follow at full volume, a place where the lights are low enough for truth to stop flinching. A cave is not always punishment. Sometimes it is protection. Sometimes it is where the spirit finally hears itself breathe. Sometimes the dark is not the end of the story, it is the room where your lights, excuse me, your eyes learn how to recognize another kind of light. And if you have found yourself there in the hidden place, in the quiet place, in the in between place, do not mistake it for abandonment. Some journeys begin where applause cannot go. I want to pause here for a minute and I want this poem to really kind of sink in. And we'll be right back as we break down this first poem, as we take a quick little 30-second to a minute pause as you continue to unwind, pray, meditate, reflect, study, or simply fall to sleep. All right, y'all. We are back after this brief pause. Feel Good Friday Lights stream, The Cave Within, your live ambient sanctuary for all things poetry, meditation, and stillness. And if you're just joining us on this stream right now, we just went into our first poem called The Cave. And I wanted to let that settle as far as the first poem, The Cave, because some caves are not where you are forgotten. Some caves are where you are being formed. That is the transformation within the trial. That is your rebirth and your rediscovery taking place in the dark to where it can become more known in the light. And as the daytime comes, you shall shine bright and everything will be all right. Everything's going to be all right, y'all. It's going to be all right. So now what we're going to do, we're going to go into our second poem here in just a moment. As I put this second poem here, as I pull this up here, my apologies, y'all. I'm gonna put this poem here up, organizing some stuff in my notes here. You know how it is whenever you have lots of notes. You want to make sure you honor those notes. That's for sure. There we go. Organizing some stuff within my notes, y'all. Bear with me, I promise. We're gonna get into that second poem here in just a sec. Here we go. All right, y'all. Let's knock out this second poem here before we transition more into our ambient soundscape and our meditation for the evening. We're going to keep this feel good Friday night light stream a little bit short this evening because tomorrow and Sunday I plan on doing some special long streams as we're going to dive into poetry, meditation, and stillness a whole lot deeper over the weekend for sure. Because that's how much I love y'all within the cave within. And we're going to finish off this launch week strong and day by day, step by step, the cave within is going to continue to grow. It's going to continue to improve and it's going to continue to evolve. And it's going to start with you, the people who are taking time out of your day to utilize this digital sanctuary to unwind, reflect, pray, meditate, focus, study, fall asleep, or do a combination of all of those things. And within the cave within, you're going to find a way out and you're going to find a way through and you're going to find a way in to centering yourself from a spiritual alignment and spiritual enlightenment, I like to call it. So here is the second poem of the night. As I hit you, like always, with the 1-2 punch of poems on every stream that we have been doing in this launch week and that we will continue to do going forward because you got to respect the art of poetry. You got to respect the art of poetry. But here we go. The Exodus way. There is a way out, but rarely is it instant. There is a way through, but rarely is it straight. There is a way in, there is a way in. Inward, downward, deeper than panic, deeper than performance, deeper than the borrowed voices, that told you survival was the same as peace. Exodus is not only escape, it is transformation. The sea does not open so you can stay the same person on the other side. The wilderness does not stretch before you just just to waste your time, excuse me. It teaches dependence. It strips illusion. It shows you that what still lives in you when the old chains are gone, but the new land is not yet visible. The way out is also the way through. The way through is also the way in. I'm going to say that poem again because, again, I really want this to sink in as we reflect on this together, y'all. The Exodus way. There is a way out, but rarely is it instant. There is a way through, but rarely is it straight. There is a way in, inward, downward, deeper than panic, deeper than performance, deeper than the borrowed voices that told you survival was the same as peace. Exodus is not only escape, it is transformation. The sea does not open so you can stay the same person on the other side. The wilderness does not stretch before you just to waste your time. It teaches dependence, it strips illusion, it shows you what still lives within you. When the old chains are gone, but the new land is not yet visible, the way out is also the way through. The way through is also the way in. I'll take a little brief pause, little quick little 30-second pause. I want that to sink in before we do a quick little reflection on it. And then we'll transition into our meditation soundscape for this evening. Be right back, y'all. All right, y'all. Welcome back to Cave Within. We are live in session on Kicks.com / at Mr. Did Not Give Up 44, the home of the Cave Within, your live ambient digital sanctuary for all things poetry, meditation, and stillness with a balanced fusion of the PMS effect. Oh my goodness, I love it. And if you're just tuning into this live stream, I actually just wrapped up my second poem. I usually do two poems to set the mood right within the spoken word vibrations to allow the power of the power and the art of poetry and power uplift and inspire you. We were talking about the Exodus way, which is a concept of finding a way out and a way through and a way in. And maybe that's the word tonight. You are not just trying to escape what hurts, you are being transformed as you move through it. That is the whole concept of the Exodus way. And we are actually now about to dive in to the ambient soundscape portion of this live stream. As a matter of fact, we're actually going to dive into our meditation. So, for those who tune into this on a regular basis for the first time, Usually, we set the tone with stillness, with a guided breath, so we can center ourselves from within. Then we'll empower ourselves and, kind of focus and reflect and allow the poetry to speak to your mind, body, spirit, heart, gut, and soul. And then we kind of align the mind, body, spirit, heart, gut, and soul with a nice little bit of meditation. So that is exactly what we are about to do right now as we speak. So I want this next part to hold you because this is for rest, this is for study, this is for breath, this is for prayer, this is for journaling and reflection and sleep, but most importantly, a soft return. So we're going to switch gears here for those who are watching right now. We're going to switch gears here just a minute. Apologies, y'all. My apologies. Here we go. All right, y'all. As we pay attention to the harmonious birds chirping, the beautiful stream sounds, the lovely nature sounds, and cozy paradise, this is what we're going to do. As always, you can close your eyes or you can soften your gaze, whether you're laying down in your bed, unwinding, getting ready to relax and go to sleep, or whether you're sitting up in a nice upright seated position, working, studying, reflecting, praying, meditating, all of those things. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to soften your gaze. Just like we did to start off this live stream, I want us to focus on our inhales. As we inhale through our nose for 3 seconds, hold your breath for 3 seconds, and exhale slowly through your nose or mouth for 3 seconds. And I want you to repeat that process over and over again with your eyes closed and your gaze or your gaze softened. Inhale through your nose. Hold your breath for 3 seconds and exhale slowly through your nose or mouth for 3 seconds. As we tune in to the harmonious birds chirping, the beautiful stream sounds, this lovely nature sounds, this cozy paradise that is set for the spring, as we release ourselves from our thoughts, our emotions, and our ego, acknowledging that they're still there. They're not going anywhere. But instead of being attached to the thoughts, emotions, and the ego, we're observing the thoughts and emotions and the ego. So picture your thoughts and your emotions and egos just like cars in the street or on a highway, constantly passing back and forth, back and forth. That symbolizes your thoughts, emotions, and your ego because you're no longer attached to them. You are the observer. You are the watcher, as you should. So I want you to kind of let your body hear this, that you are safe enough to soften. You are safe enough to rest. You are safe enough to return to yourself. And you are safe enough to be here. So as your eyes are closed and as your gaze is softened and as you inhale through your nose, exhale through your nose or mouth. Remember, 3 second inhale through your nose, 3 second hold of the breath, 3 second exhale through your nose or mouth. I want you to let your body hear this and at the same time quietly tell yourself this. I am safe. I am enough to rest. I am enough. I am safe enough to return to myself. And I am safe enough to be here. As we tune into ourselves, the mind, the body, the spirit, the heart, the gut, and the soul for about the next 5 to 10 minutes or so. I'll check in with y'all every minute or two as we focus in on ourselves. All right, y'all. Just, just continue to stay within the breath. Breathe in light. Exhale what is heavy. You do not have to force any stillness. Let it find you as we stay here a little bit longer, observing our thoughts, observing our emotions, observing our ego, allowing the harmonious birds chirping and the beautiful stream sounds and the lovely nature sounds create that cozy paradise within your mind, body, spirit, heart, gut, and soul. As we focus in on the breath and continue to stay dialed into that breath, inhaling through the nose, breathing in light, and exhaling through the nose or mouth as far as exhaling what is heavy. Continue to inhale calm and exhale stress as we stay here just a little bit longer and we let the sound hold you for about another 3 to 5 minutes tops. We'll be right back. This is The Cave Within, your live ambient sanctuary for all things poetry, meditation, and stillness, mixed in with some balanced fusion to overcome the illusions of confusion. All right, y'all. As we wind down our ambient soundscape meditation fusion, balance fusion that is, I want us to focus on our three final inhales and our three final exhales. Coming back to the breath, making them your biggest inhales and your biggest exhales. As you breathe in light, inhale through your nose, exhale what is heavy, inhale calm, and exhale stress. And one more time as we inhale calm and as we exhale stress. So whenever you're ready, you could come back into the present moment. You can attach yourself back to your thoughts, your emotions, and your ego. Whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes and unsoften the gaze. If you're still journaling, reflecting, studying, continue to do so. And if you're resting, praying, meditating, getting ready to fall asleep after that quick soft return, feel free to do so as well. As we wind down another stream. Can you believe it, y'all? This is day number 5 of the launch week of the Cave Within, your ambient sanctuary for all things poetry, meditation, and stillness. Let me know how y'all are feeling in the chat, how the poems affected you, how the meditation continues to guide you and inspire you from within. Let me know how the power of the breath continues to empower, uplift, and inspire you, being the superhero of your self-care, because this is what it's all about. This is really, really true what it's all about at the end of the day. And as we wind things down for this Friday Night Lights edition of the Cave Within, of course, I got a few public service announcements I want to make. Quick heads up before we continue. For those who have been asking for something you could take with you off stream, I will be releasing my guided meditation guided meditations very, very soon. If not next week, they will for sure be out the first full week of April after my birthday on April the 6th, 2026. And be on the lookout for the first official guided meditation that will be coming out very soon. Well, like I said, within the next 2 weeks, the Night Sanctuary audio pack. And it's for those who want to carry this experience with you anytime you need it. Because, again, it's going to include some guided breath work with a soft soundtrack. It's going to feature, maybe that could be one night sanctuary audio pack. Another night sanctuary audio pack could be one guided meditation and frequency healing track. Or you may get even one poetry plus frequency reading. You never know what you're going to get within the Night Sanctuary audio pack. But I'll just give you some examples of what is to come within the next 2 weeks as we continue to spring on into the month of April. Oh, you gotta love it. And again, I'll share more very soon as far as what you might be getting in the first nighttime sanctuary audio pack as I begin to put that together to close out the month and everything. But I do want to say this though. I want to settle back in for just a few more minutes. I want y'all to remember that we go from the dark to the light, from the caves to the clowns, the way out, the way through, and the way in. And of course, just wanted to let y'all know that hey, you deserve this because hey, if your mind wanders, just come back to your breath. If your emotions rise, let it rise without judgment. If peace comes, let it say all of those things. Because I want y'all to remember, y'all, the cave is not always where you are lost. Sometimes it is where you are prepared. But overall, how are y'all feeling right now? Man, let me know how y'all are feeling in the chat. And if you're watching this after the live stream is over, let me know how y'all feel in the comments on social media. If you want, drop one word in the chat. Calm, grounded, are you feeling lighter, reflective, emotional, sleepy, restored, present? Whatever is true for you is welcome here. But please, by all means, let me know how you're feeling in the chat. Hey, Barbara Florence, how are you? I am doing fantastic. Thank y'all. Thank you, Barbara Florence, for tuning in to the Cave Within, your live ambient sanctuary for all things poetry, meditation, and stillness. I do appreciate that, Miss Barbara Florence. Let me know how you're feeling, Barbara, in regards to the poetry and the meditation and the stillness. Remember, whatever is true for you is welcome here. And while you're at it, Miss Barbara Florence, please share this stream to those who can benefit off of it the most, because we're trying to grow this digital sanctuary. We're trying to make it a safe haven for those who are interested in resting, studying, getting their breath on, or breathing on rather, getting their prayers and meditations, their journaling, their reflective study, reflection practices, their sleep, and their overall soft return. This is the place for it right now as we speak. You gotta love it. You got to love it. But I want to just take this moment real quick to thank you for being here. And if tonight's stream met you in some way, if it helped you exhale, if it helped you soften, if it gave you room to reflect, pray, meditate, or just be in the present moment and center yourself, I want to thank you for being here. I truly do appreciate it. And as always, I want to thank you for making this more than a stream. I want to thank you for making it a real sanctuary. And also, stay tuned. I got more stuff coming very, very soon as we wind down the month of March, as we complete the launch week of the Cave Within, your live ambient sanctuary. Be on the lookout for the first edition of the Night Sanctuary audio pack. Be on the lookout for my upcoming poetry book, Infinity Chakra, Journey Within. So stay close, please, because there's a lot more to come. I can assure you that. And I just want to give y'all a friendly reminder that my name is Clifton Pope of HFWB, and this is The Cave Within, as we wind down our Feel Good Friday Night Lights. Again, this is for the restless souls. This is for the night feelers, and this is for the deep feelers. Once again, this is Clifton Pope of HFWB, The Cave Within. And remember, y'all, the cave is not always where you are buried. Sometimes it is where you are prepared for light. And with that being said, I wish y'all a good night, my Cave Within family. This is again the Cave Within, your live digital ambient sanctuary for that balanced fusion of poetry, meditation, and stillness. I'll see y'all tomorrow night, same time, same place, as we dive deeper into our next stream. Peace, love, positive vibrations, y'all. See y'all on the next stream.